Oh, did you really think that was me playing that beautiful song? Take a look again. Take a look on what's top of my actual piano. Alright, you've seen the unboxing, you've watched me take it out of the shipping box, and as you saw, it was basically parcel within a parcel. That just shows the overall value of this set. This set is super expensive. It is the same price as the Mos Eisley Cantina. However, it is twice the weight of the Mos Eisley Cantina. So this set has been one of the highly bought and sold out sets in all of 2020. It first came out in the summer of August 2020, and then it was all sold out. And I didn't buy it yet for a good reason, because the same time the piano was out, I was also investing into the Lego City stuff, the Ninjago stuff, the Star Wars stuff, and yeah, so I was getting those done. And by the time I got to the grand piano, boop, it was sold out of stock till now, which is November. So here we are. The set is ridiculously heavy. Boom, yakasha. You cannot probably see me in frame. This box is absolutely massive. Not only is it massive, it is also very, very wide. Just like, look at the size of the width of the box. This thing is huge. So no joke, we're in for a massive treat here. So the question is this worth 450 Canadian dollars? I say 500 because that includes tax and everything. So this thing, the Lego Ideas Grand Piano, I'm so excited to finally do this set on the channel. Last time I did something like this was the Nintendo Entertainment System. So this one's a much better hype than the Nintendo Entertainment System. So let's do it. So I would like to give a shout out to Donnie Chen, who first created this design and sent it to Lego, and Lego then made it into the set. So Donnie Chen, you came up with something really cool. So before we unbox this masterpiece, let's take a look at the box. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, instead of bringing the tripod over, I decided to just bring the camera over. So because the packaging of this thing is so proper and so well done, it deserved its own unboxing. So Lego Ideas, this is right here in a very, very nice font. Boom, set number 31. This is the 31st Lego 18 plus sets. The first 31st Lego Idea set, sorry. But the target audience for this is 18 plus, hence the black packaging, which is a new thing that Lego has been doing for 2020, where any set that has this black style packaging is target for adult fans. So we'll get to that. As you can see right here, 18 plus, set 21323 with 3,662 pieces. And right here it shows the power up with the power up app that of course we will be showcasing in this video. And on up to the top, we've got just several more nice angles of the piano, if you will. Now we move this down. You can now see this is really heavy, by the way. So this is a picture of the piano in its closing position as well as dimensions. Another photo of the piano here. And then we got the Lego Ideas procedure. And showing you all the other stuff included with the power up. Now, I need to say something important about this set. one more important thing before we get into the unboxing, and that is, does this set include power function stuff? Yes. Now some sets, some 18 plus sets, like the Crocodile Locomotive and the Haunted House, they have the set, but if you wanted to upgrade it and make it motorized, you will need to buy the power up motor gear stuff, you know, which is sold separately. This one, it is all included in the set. You do not need to worry about investing in getting the motors to make this thing motorized. It is all included, which explains why this set is in the $450 range, which, yeah, is expensive because of the motorized stuff which is included. So, if you decide to get this set and you want it motorized, take your mind off the motorized stuff. No need to stress about it. It's in the set. Don't you worry. So, with that aside, it is time for the exciting part, the unboxing. And then we'll get to building it, which will be done off camera. And then we're gonna build it. And then after that, we'll come back with the full model. So, this thing is different because how you open it, you don't open it from the flaps on the sides like you would normally do. This set is that special that even the box has its own style packaging. So what you're gonna do is, you see these 4 tapes down here, you just gotta cut them all, and then you're gonna open the entire thing easily, and it's gonna all lift off. Now, unfortunately, I do not have an overhead camera, so you won't be able to see it, but I'll try my best to show you guys the best I can. So first and foremost, we're gonna cut all this tape, and we're gonna cut the bottom tape as well. So if I can flip this over without trying, there we go. Alright, let's open this set. I cannot wait to see what's in here. So the whole lid just lifts up like this, but it's really heavy, as you can see. Lots of resistance happening. Ah! There we go. Oh my god. So it just comes off just like this. Just put that here. Look at this. So, how this is organized. As you can see, there's another box. You know, big sets like this have box in a box? Well, this box inside is also a rendition piano. We've got your parts, like bags of the bigger numbers, I would assume. So I'm assuming this box includes all the motors and everything. So bag 17, 21. So all these mumble jumble bags. I don't really have to take them all out to show you. I'm just gonna leave them the way they are actually in here. So we'll do that, and then we will show you this. If I can take it out, but it's just so heavy. Ah, holy crap! Even this is heavy. I'm wondering why this set is so heavy in general. Let's move that aside. So this is the smaller box. Very nice piano detail. This looks awesome, man. Like this is a great thing to invest in. Trust me. So let's open this. There we are. Let's see what we got in here. Oh. Christmas did come early. Now let's look in here. We've got a bunch of smaller bags, bag 1, bag 3. Aha! Here are all the motor stuff, all the motorized things and base plates. And we've also got a bunch of these bags, 2. So many bags. I don't even know how many bags are there in total. These are all just random bags. The instruction manual is also in here. This is the thing that will hold the piano up, the kickstand. And then we got the other motors with the bendy sticks for the bells. So this is the main motor for the piano, all packaged up in here. And then the instruction manual is like a textbook. Holy crap, there it is, right here. Well, I'm just gonna leave it in here for now. Just more of these. These are the longer ones. There's just so much going on. I'm just gonna pour all this out. Oh, there's some loose base plates, I see. So we have that, bag uno, and then a bunch of these base plates just all spilled out. So there's that. So I'm gonna keep everything organized. So this is the all the bags you get within the small bag, like in the smaller box within this, and then the rest of the parts are in the main big box right here. The instruction book's also in the small box. So obviously this will take a while to build. So I will see you in a couple days, maybe even weeks. So this thing will take me a while to build, and I will take my time building. I'm not rushing anything. So before I make this intro too long, I know you are eager to get into the set. So I'm gonna now take my time to get this entire thing assembled, and we'll see you in a couple days. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have finished the set. It's been a couple of weeks actually. When I first started unboxing this was like last week of October. It is now the second week of November. I took quite a long time building this because, well, it is big and I didn't want to rush it because then that would just ruin the entire fun of the building experience. So there you go. Look at this absolute thing of beauty. There's just so many things going on in this set that I so want to show you guys. I'm so looking forward to see what you guys think. This set is going to be one of my top favorite sets for 2020. So let's get right to it. All the stuff. So first things first, I would like to say a lot of people underestimate the size of this thing. A lot of people can't tell how big this thing is unless you actually have it in person in front of your eyes, like what I have right now. Obviously, you guys are watching through a screen, so you might not be able to tell the size, but let me tell you, it is massive. So, for comparison's sake, I have done this. So, here is a Hero Factory figure, Breeze. If I put it right next to the piano, boom, you can see it's much bigger. Now, let's take an even bigger figure. Of course, the big, bad witch doctor. So, if you think about it, this is actually the perfect size for witch doctor to play the piano because of the scale. And for witch doctor's point of view, this would be the perfect scale for us humans in real life for the grand piano. So that is how big it is. I don't know if it's the most helpful comparison, but definitely if you know how big Witch Doctor is, then this should help you determine how big the piano is. So there's that, and obviously you can tell this thing has wheels, of course, just like a real grand piano would. What more can I say? It is very smooth, I will say that, because the material used is just a simple, they don't even have tires on, it's just very simple. So it does roll quite well, but not so loose that it just go everywhere. So when you're displaying this on the table or on the shelf or something, then you don't need to worry about this just sliding right off, unless of course you tilt the table way too much and stuff. But it has a very solid, stable foundation, that's for sure. Now, you can obviously tell this thing is in a closed position. I've closed everything on it. I did that on purpose so I can show you how to open it up. Before we do that though, I want to say this piano, given that 90% of it is all black pieces, there's bound to be fingerprints and all sorts of markings all over it. So do take care of this set. Wipe it occasionally with like Lysol or any other like liquids that are meant for cleaning. and just, yeah, make sure, because it's not gonna look the best when you have 10,000 fingerprints all over the piano, and it's not fun, trust me. So let's look at all the other angles. Boom, boom, boom. Here's what it looks like. Yeah, very nice. All right, it's time to open up this bad boy, see what we've got. So number one, of course, this is the main lid, which will reveal the keyboard within. Now, of course, the piano, the benefit of a grand piano compared to a normal piano is that it has this, the big lid, which you can open up. And there's a stand right here. And underneath the lid, they have these Technic holes, which you can just stick your pin into whatever position you want the lid to be. I'm just gonna keep it here. This can also lift up, because that is the cover. So let me show you. So this is what the cover looks like that. For those of you who don't know how grand pianos work, you're actually supposed to lift this. So that will reveal the music stand, and then you will lift this up and put the kickstand right here. So as a former piano player myself, I can tell you the reason we do this, we lift the lid up. Number one, it makes the piano look a lot nicer and presentable. Number two, it helps omit the sound that you're playing come out. Because grand pianos do sound much nicer and cleaner, but you can obviously maximize it by when the sound coming out of the piano. Whereas if you close it completely, yes, you'll still hear it, but it'll be very, very suppressed. So that's exactly how it works. Now, one more thing you can lift up, definitely do not break that. There we go. You can lift, there's the music stand right here, which you can lift up, which has the perfect dimensions to put your smart device, your iPhone or Samsung or whatever, for the play feature it has, which we'll get to in a bit. And it has these little like these little Technic pins on the side, and the point of these is to actually help it be stable. So there's that. So now we've opened up pretty much the entire piano, and now we can take a look at this again from another 360. I gotta say, this just looks awesome, man. Absolutely awesome. I kind of feel like I want to put this here now or something. Actually, let's put it here. Right here. Oh yeah, that looks beautiful. Okay, so one more thing, and that is this piano has a storage compartment right here. So to open that, it gives us two things. Number one, you can see that is where the power button is for the motor for the piano. Now, like I said in the beginning, the motors are included, so you don't have to invest in getting power functions. So it's right there. That's where you turn it on, and I personally found that this was the most ideal place to store this piece, the Playdate by Donnie Chen piece. Now, see, the thing is, when Lego included this piece, yes, that was nice, and it definitely looked great when you put it on the kickstand or on the stand for the display purposes. But I found out that there was no place to store it if you are not displaying the piano, if you're putting the piano somewhere else, like putting it away or something. So I found out this area, you can just, I don't think it's official, but you can slip this in between, so you can keep this really exclusive piece with the piano without the risk of losing it somewhere. So, well, obviously that's my preference, but if you find somewhere else better to put it, be my guest. So before we put the sheet on the piano, let's take a look at the sheet itself. So this has the song Playdate on it, which was composed by Donnie Chen, who is the fan designer who came up with this set. So my shout out to you, Donnie Chen, great job. This set definitely deserved to be an official set, and that's really cool, seeing your name and printed on an official Lego set. So his song Playdate has literally all the notes you need on here, and you can just take this to your real piano and play it if you want. But we'll hear the song when we look at the feature it has. But there you go. So this is an exclusive piece. It is on, whoops, I just dropped it. This is on a 5x5 flat tile. I don't really see it being used in mocks, but I'm pretty sure people will come up with something. So you put the sheet right here, just like that. Although, there we go. Look at that. So that is Playdate displayed right on there. So now let's zoom in and take a look at the key. Well, no, wait, I forgot about this. Hold on. Okay, if you're wondering what this is a callback. This is actually what the old Lego logo used to look like. back all the way back in like the 1980s, 70s. This is a callback, and of course, all of us recently born generation people will have absolutely no idea what this is, but there you go. It's an homage to the original, the older Lego fans who are probably now adults or into seniors. So really cool seeing it imprinted on the piano like this, because you know every grand piano has their company logo on here by the company they were made. They always put it right up here. So it's a tradition, and Lego of course didn't dump that tradition by including their own classic logo right on it. So that is really, really cool. Alright, so moving on here, we got, obviously we have all the keys. Now, it doesn't have all the keys as a real grand piano will. This only has 25 keys. 25 or 26, I don't remember. But it doesn't have every single key. And this is where the marketing aspect kind of threw people off. People thought you can compose and just play your own songs with this model, and that is not the case. Number one, if you're going to do that, you're going to need every single key, not just 26 of them. So we'll get more to that in a bit, but let me just tell you, it has an incomplete amount of keys, but it has the right amount of keys. You got the right amount of white keys and black keys for the sharps and flats. So that's done. It's done well. It's definitely done well. Lego definitely tried their best. After all, this was made by a fan, so gotta keep the traditions and not turn it into fully made by Lego, you know. So we'll get to the feature. The keys obviously have a major play feature here. Of course, to play it, you just tap it normally, like anyone would, just like that. But of course, as you know, this piano can omit songs, so we'll get to that in a second. But then we have one more thing here, and that is the pedals. Of course, every piano has pedals, which will help sustain a note or do the opposite. The only pedal that actually works on this set is the right pedal, this one, and it actually will sustain the notes and make them like more echoey as a normal piano pedal would. So yeah, obviously you can't see the gears happening within the piano, but it is possible to take a look at just that. So to get access to the inside, we're gonna have to do two things. Number one, down here, I don't know if you can see it, but there are two pins, two axle pins holding the keyboard in place. And the way the set is designed is that you can actually take out the keys and look at the gear mechanism like you cannot with a real piano. But yeah, that's definitely a way for you to get inside. So to do that, you gotta first pull these out. So we have two of these, one on this side, one on the other side. So we pull that out, which would then unlock the ability to lift this right open. So this comes off first. Now we can see the gear features within. So this is the key, and of course, to take out the keyboard, you do this. Now, this is where the cool part happens. This entire thing, oh my god, this part was so tedious to build, but my god, was it worth it. So this is what the piano looks like. And the actual piano has the same stuff with these hammers hitting the strings. And each and every individual key, when you click it, you can see, will raise the hammers. Obviously not perfectly in portion. Some actually are not attached to the key, but it gets the idea, you know, it delivers the idea quite well. And I believe this is replicated off an actual key model for a grand piano. But this is so cool, like each and every detail was required to build this thing. And yeah, Lego, you crazy lads, and Donnie Chan, you crazy lad, you actually came up with something like this. That is so cool. Now, if you want to take a look at this entire thing, I'm not going to spend too much of a time on it. Just pause the video, if you will, and here you go. But apart from that, let's move on. So now with the keyboard dissected out, Now you can see the inside of the thing, which you can see this has all the gears. Now this is where the play feature comes in. Now we'll get to like when I actually have the piano play the songs, but the keys don't line up in sync with the music it's playing. How it's actually moving is just these gears in the back, which I won't be able to show you without dissecting. I have to like complete the whole thing to show you the play feature, but just imagine it happening, okay? So these gears inside will be rotating, and that's how you get the keys to move in all different directions, which will then make it look like it's being played by itself. So, like I said, the keys do not match the notes in the songs in sync. It's randomized and it's just simply done by those gears in the back, those colorful gears, just rotating it. Now, for the pedal part, I guess, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to show the top for the pedal part. But the pedal obviously does not affect the gear. It in fact affects the detection it has with the power functions thing. So there we go. You've had your look at the gears within. So if you're going to, again, examine it carefully, then pause the video because I'm going to assemble this back in now. So to put this back in, you simply just slide it in. Just like that. And then you put the lid, this part, right back on. Just like that. Then we're gonna lock it back in place with these Technic pins, which go down here. There you go. All locks back in place. So, alright, I've raised the camera up, which will then help us take a look at a better angle on the top of the piano here. So this is where each and every individual string is being placed. All these are all soft plastic hoses pieces on all different shapes, not shapes, all different sizes. You got the shorter ones here and it progressively gets longer. And I gotta say, Larry just pulled an exceptionally good job, really showing off the look of what the real grand piano will look like. And with these rings and everything they've done it. They really done it. They did an absolutely good job at it. Now, notice how these are the other hammers here that were hitting the string. Now remember what I did when I pressed the pedal. So the pedal will actually do this. You can see it's lifting these hammers up. Obviously I can't show you from both angles, but I showed you pressing the pedal earlier. Just imagine my hands underneath the piano right now pressing the pedal, and that's what it does. And I believe that will actually sustain the note, make it more echoey. So there's that. So that is really cool. And of course, while we're up here, might as well show you the angle of the music stand for Playdate. So again, this is the thing included, but of course you can swap it up, put your phone right on it, and to close it, you can either, you gotta have to move these little guys, just move it down like that. So these are there to actually help keep it up so it doesn't tilt backwards. And yeah, I think that's done really well. And of course, this is where you display your Playdate by Donnie Chen. So we basically ripped through the entirety of the piano. Any final thoughts I have before we show the play features? Well, in terms of details, it's shocking just to see how much care and attention Lego really put to make this set really accurate. But of course, it's not all accurate, as you know. The keys are not complete, but they've done what they can. So now it's time for the exciting part, to take a phone that I have and do the play feature on this thing. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the time has come. Here's my phone, and I've got the Lego Power Functions app right on it. So this is the app that you'll need when you download the app. This is the home screen you'll get with all the other sets, like Crocodile Locomotive, Haunted Hells, Disney Train, and all the other stuff. We are going to take a look at the first one here, which is the grand piano right here. So this is the other screen that you'll be getting. You can see it has the features. Now, of course, none of this is possible if we don't link up my phone to the piano. So let's do that. Now remember, like I said, power functions are included. No need to invest. I need to keep reminding you guys. Alright, let's open this and let's link up this to my phone. So you simply click on this one, and then you can see the light should light up. And then we're gonna take my phone here, we're gonna hit the Bluetooth, which then it will say connect. It is now linking. You can see it has successfully read. And if the thing, I don't know if you can see it, but if you can see if the power function is blue, then it's successfully linked up with the Bluetooth of my phone. So, there you go. So, keep in mind you will need a smart device if you're gonna do this. This won't work on laptop. And if you don't, well, too bad. So, there are two things you can do on this. You can either play the piano or listen. So we're gonna start with listen first. I'm gonna make sure my volume's turned up so you can actually hear it. Oops, I took a screenshot. My bad. All right, listen, and then boom. Here are the songs right on here. There you go. Now, it doesn't have every single song in the world. The total amount of songs you can listen to is 15, or in total. Yeah, listen to there's 10, and then there's like 5 other songs you can play. So there's 15 songs. And so the choice is a little bit limited, but it's not too limited. So we're gonna listen to Playdate by Donnie Chen because it's the most original. So we do that. And then to play the thing, we just simply press this button. This is to stop the entire thing. This button here is to reset the keys. We'll get to that. So let's give it a listen. Now we can observe the keys as they move. So let's click this. So notice how, as I show you, if you're a piano nerd, you would probably say, hey, yeah, the keys aren't matching with the notes at all. It's, no, because the gear inside, as you saw earlier, is rotating, moving the keys. But that is Playdate. Now you can see all the keys are completely uneven here. So to reset it and attempt to keep them even, you press this. It won't detect right away. This app is a little, there you go. It's resetted. And it's not perfect, of course, so if you got OCD, so that is not gonna be fun for you. I did forget to mention in the beginning that the first time that you get the Power Functions app and link this to the Bluetooth, it will require an update because obviously the versions are in sync. So you're gonna have to update it first, so don't expect to immediately be able to play it. You need an update to make sure it links with the Power Functions. So that was Playdate by Donnie Chen, as depicted right up there on the music sheet. And it's cool. I know it's not accurate, but at least LEGO has pulled off something like that for the keys to move while it's playing, which is great. I guess the only complaint I have about that feature is like you can hear the motor sounds, but obviously that's inevitable. It's part of the mechanism, but it's kind of there ruining the beautiful music it's playing. So now that is the listen feature. So now let's take a look at the playing feature, and then we'll alternate in between. So the playing feature, now this again is where the marketing is off. So there are 5 songs you can play here. You can play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, Happy Birthday to You, a bunch of other songs. Now this is where people thought, when LEGO said, oh my god, it's playable, people are like, I can compose my own songs, I can play whatever I want. It's not the case. In fact, it's not the case that you can actually So let's play Happy Birthday to You. That's a classic. So here it is, Happy Birthday to You. And then if I press any note, it plays the note. I can never screw up the song in terms of the wrong notes. It only matches the beat with me. So how about let's do this? Let's take Playdate out. Let's put my phone right on here, on the stand, just so you can see how it looks if you put your device on it. Okay, I'm gonna have to adjust this first. Okay, there we go. Okay, phone's right on. There we go. That looks pretty cool. All right, now let's move the camera a little bit closer so I can actually reach, my fingers can actually reach the keyboard. Okay, let's play this thing. So let's reset it. Okay, so notice the only thing I am screwing up is the beats, because it's trying to time with the time pressing the keys. But I've been clicking the exact same note and it's playing the song perfectly. And that's because it doesn't matter. You can literally do that. Of course, you want to be fancy, you can go. But it's so easy, you can just play with one note, and that's the beauty of it. It's not complicated. You can spam the one button and it's just gonna be like that. So I think that's fine. A lot of people are disappointed by that, but I personally find that really okay, especially those who got the set and don't have history with a piano, unlike me and a bunch of other of you guys watching. So yeah, so I think this is totally fine, and it gives the convenience needed to play. Let's do one more. Let's do We Wish You Merry Christmas, because Christmas is coming up. The detection could use a bit of work, as I'm clicking a little too fast. I'm just spamming the button. See, that is the beauty of this. But I do say, if you want a real wow factor, the listen feature is definitely the much better one. So I obviously did a terrible job playing the song. Let's actually hear it with the piano playing it. Oh, I played Jingle Bells, but okay. So good. Yeah, so that is basically the play feature, and I could go out all day playing this, but obviously I would basically spoil everything. There's just so many songs, despite it being only 15 options. You can still have enough fun with it. I hope in the future LEGO may add more songs to the app. Then if this piano can play more songs, that would be awesome. So yeah, so this is probably the best feature that there is for this thing. It's just so cool. Obviously, with the play feature could, like the playing part, could use a bit of work, but the listening definitely is so impressive. I know the keyboard is scuffed, not in sync with everything else, but Lego did their best, and they did the best they could, and I do appreciate them for doing that. So, let's reset this one more time. We play one more song, and then we'll do the final verdict. And oh yeah, we are also going to show you the piano bench. Let's end it off with not a long song. There we go. We wish you Merry Christmas, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the grand piano. Let's move on to the bench now for the final verdict, and then the final verdict. So, the last thing, of course, is the piano bench. A lot of people went through this first, but I feel like the piano itself was way more exciting than the bench. But the bench is definitely something you don't want to miss, because this is actually a really accurate representation of a real piano bench for the grand piano, because it's usually designed like this, completely black with the cushion, and it is in fact adjustable, and Lego did just that. And to adjust it, of course, you spin the wheel on the side, and this will obviously accelerate it, make it go up. Boom, look at that, super nice. And of course, the way it works is down here, if they've got a spiral gear here happening, so this will help lower it and close it. So like I said, this thing is quite big, and of course it can probably sit Witch Doctor on here beautifully. But yeah, this is the piano bench, and they've done a good job. It's in scale with the piano, I'm pretty sure, but at least they didn't just make this bench for the sake of it being there. They actually included a adjustable play feature for it, and that is absolutely great. So that is the piano bench. Definitely do not miss out on this thing. Alright, you've seen the model, you've seen the bench, you've seen me do the power functions play feature, and it's time to talk about the value on this thing and the problem it had with marketing when Lego was advertising this set. So this thing in Canadian dollars is $450. In the US it's probably $350 or something like that. But in Canadian dollars, it's $450, and yikes, that is a heavy price. Now, I feel like obviously, if you can really afford stuff like that easily, oh yeah, no problem. But not everyone has $450 to spare, and I can see why this thing would be $450, because well, it's big. It's got a lot of pieces integrated, lots of detailing inside. Has the power function stuff, which already added probably like another 100 or something. So that alone makes sense. Counting all these pieces should be like 200. So at most it should be 300. But 450 seems a bit on the iffy side. But I feel like this is the better $500 set, because if you count taxing and everything, it's probably going to round up to $500. This would be the better $500 to invest in rather than the Mos Eisley Cantina, because I believe the Mos Eisley Cantina is a playset. This is actually a wow factor, something after you build, you'll put it on display. So here's what I will say. Lego, I get it, for convenience you want to include the power function stuff, so people didn't have to invest in getting the power functions motor stuff separately. Yeah, for the sake of convenience, okay, but from doing that, you've ramped up the price of the set. So what I recommend that you should have done instead is that Lego should have not included the power functions and just keep it like this. that's already $100 gone. The set will already be down at $350 Canadian, and probably in the US it'll probably go down to $200 and something. I feel like that's more on the appropriate side of the price, given that it's a big set. I think the $200 range, $300 range is better because of the motors that added the 100. So take out the motors, and then people can, if they want to take it up a notch, like they've done with the Haunted House and Crocodile Locomotive, which you have the option to get the power functions to add to the model, then they can do that. Because you have the Haunted House, you have the Crocodile Locomotive that uses power functions, but it's not included in the set, right? You have the option to buy the motors to upgrade your set. So it wouldn't make sense if you get this grand piano, which has it, and you have the other stuff that don't. So for even better convenience, if the customers are getting this set plus all the other sets, like the Haunted House, everything else, then they can invest in power functions, and not only they can upgrade those sets, but this set as well, and make sure, and this set can be much more affordable. So that's what I recommend for LEGO to do, but it makes sense, you know. I do want to congratulate Donnie Chen. This is an absolutely amazing model. It will look stunning if you put this on display on the shelves, or on the table in the middle of the living room, or on top of a real grand piano if you had one. It will show off that wow factor, and I want to congratulate Donnie Chen. Like, this is definitely a set worth being a set. Really cool seeing your name ingrained on here, and just the whole power functions feature on it is really, really cool. Now, the misleading marketing part, of course, like I said, is people would assumed that you can compose your own music, play whatever the heck you want. Well, it wasn't the case, as you saw. So technically, yes, it's playable, quote unquote playable in the play feature, but like I said, it is so rigged that you can just press one key and you can play the entire song. So yes, it's playable, but not legit playable. So yeah, so definitely LEGO should have said that instead of, oh, this model is super playable, you can get it, you can listen to all your favorite songs and do everything. And that's basically what they've done, and it misled a lot of customers, and it made a lot of people who got this set kind of disappointed. For me, I'm not, but I'm disappointed with the way LEGO delivered the message. There was a bit of miscommunication going out to the customers of LEGO, so that's where it fell. But the model itself is great. Just work on your marketing for your sets next time, LEGO. But this is good. This is good. This is definitely an exceptional grade A set, and I will give it a 9 out of 10 because I said the motor sounds that you hear when it's playing the songs ruins the whole mood that it's giving. Like, it's playing a nice, beautiful song, but then you have a motor in the back going, eeeeeee! Like, it's there. It's inevitable, but it's still a little bit annoying. Kind of wish LEGO had a option which you can suppress that sound. So, apart from that. But anyways, that is it for the LEGO Ideas Grand Piano. Shout out to you, Donnie Chen. You've done a good job with this set. And that's it for this one. If you enjoyed this review, make sure to check out the other reviews I've made on other LEGO Ideas sets. The Nintendo Entertainment System, that one's a good one too. And that's it for this one. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you on the next video. I am going to now put this on my real grand piano for a nice display. Talk to you in the next one. Bye for now.